a considerable accomplishment and an incredible responsibility. I add my voice to those of all Canadians to wish good luck to Mr. Harper, and I told him that I would be happy to work with his party and all parties in order to achieve concrete results for families. And I also shared with him my desire to adopt a more positive and respectful tone in Parliament. I plan on having a meeting with him as soon as possible in order to discuss the different means of obtaining results for Canadian families.
A short while ago, I spoke to Stephen Harper, and I congratulated him on his victory. It's a significant accomplishment, my friends, and a heavy responsibility. And I join all Canadians in wishing him well. I let Mr. Harper know that I look forward to working with his party, and in fact, all parties, to get things done for our families. And I shared with him my desire to bring a more positive and respectful tone to Parliament. I look forward to meeting with him as soon as possible to discuss how we can get results for Canadian families, because that's what should be going on in the House of Commons each and every day. I would also like to congratulate Michael Ignatieff on a hard-fought and respectful campaign. While the results were clearly not what he and the Liberals were hoping for, Mr. Ignatieff put forward a vision of Canada focused on strengthening health care and helping out families, and New Democrats share these values. And I look forward to working with our Liberal colleagues to make progress on these urgent priorities.
I would also offer my congratulations to Gilles Duceppe for the work that he did for many years. Despite the fact that we have different visions for the future of the country, we share the same faith in democracy and a thirst for a fairer society.
And to Elizabeth May, my sincere congratulations for the achievement tonight. My friends, Canadians have asked New Democrats to take on more responsibility in Parliament. For the first time in our history, they have asked us to serve as Canada's official opposition. We're going to work very hard as New Democrats in the House of Commons each and every day to earn the trust that Canadians have placed in us. And I want to say that I've always favored proposition over opposition. But we will oppose the government when it's off track. And we'll support positive suggestions that will bring forward and support the government when it's making progress. As I have done throughout my public life, I will propose constructive solutions focused on helping Canadians. And we will do that in the best New Democrat tradition. We're going to focus on economic growth and fiscal responsibility. We're going to focus on lifting Canadians out of poverty. We're going to focus on tackling the crisis of climate change. We're going to focus We're going to focus on having Canada's voice be a voice for peace in the world. All of this in the context of responsible public management of our debt and making sure that the economy is managed the way it needs to be managed, with fairness as a fundamental principle. We're committed to making progress carefully and prudently, a practical step at a time, just as we have every time our party has assumed office in this country. Je dis à tous les Canadiens qu'ils peuvent compter sur nous pour assumer nos responsabilités avec humilité et fidélité
with
par rapport
humility
à nos engagements.
and faithfulness with regard to our obligations. We're going to oppose the government with vigor if it is on the wrong path. And we will also support it when it helps Canada to make progress. We're going to offer positive and constructive suggestions every day in the House of Commons. Throughout my public life, I have, and I will continue to offer positive solutions to put our country on the right path.
You can count on New Democrats to bring people together across political and regional divides. You can count on us to begin building a new relationship with First Nations and Aboriginal Canadians. And you can count on us to ensure that Parliament is addressing the needs of new Canadians. We're going to focus on making life more affordable and reuniting families and giving a boost to small business. You can count on New Democrats to work to improve Canada's environmental sustainability and our standing in the world. You can count on us to ensure that our brave veterans get the respect and opportunities and care they deserve when they come home. And starting tomorrow morning, you can count on New Democrats to get down to work for Canadian families. My friends, Canadians have elected a new generation of New Democrat MPs from every part of our country. Women and men with experience in Parliament. Thank you. I want to tell you about our new members. These are women and men with experience in Parliament, at other levels of government, in their communities. Importantly, the people of Quebec have sent a large New Democrat team to Ottawa.
I would like to thank Quebecers for the trust that they placed in me and in my team. I would also like to say to all Quebecers that it's time for change, and we're going to bring about change. We heard your message, a message for change and for hope. As all other Canadians, you want Ottawa to work for your families and your communities. Your representatives in the NDP will fight every day and keep in mind the desire for change that you expressed and the hope that you hold. You express this very clearly, and we won't forget it, because this hope for a better life brings people together from across the country.
Now, my friends, there are many people to thank tonight, too many to name, but I will single out a few. First, thank you to the people of the great riding of Toronto Danforth. It has been a tremendous honor for me to serve, and I'm humbled that you once again have asked me to represent you in Parliament. To my wonderful wife, Olivia, and my member of Parliament, to my son Mike, my daughter Sarah, and their partners, and my wonderful little Beatrice, my granddaughter, who's here, still awake tonight. And to both my mom and Olivia's mom, thank you for your support and for your love. And to all of the candidates who stepped forward for the NDP, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. To every candidate and volunteer from every party, your contribution strengthened our country and our democracy, and especially to the tens of thousands of young Canadians, some of whom voted for the very first time.